So I know tons of you got the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So whatever iPhone you got, I know they're on pre-order and they will be here this Friday if you're getting on release day, opening day, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of you want to have a case to slap on as soon as you take it up out that box because you like to keep your phone in pristine and clean condition. So here are going to be some of my best early case recommendations for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. These are all cases that you can go on Amazon right now, purchase, and they will probably be there next day, same day for some of them. So you can have that protection ready. Now, a lot of these are some of my favorite cases. Some of these are you've seen in some of my top 10 case videos. So these are going to be very good options if you want to use it temporarily or for the long haul with the iPhone 16 Pro Max until whatever said case you want out there is in your hands, because a lot of them, let's just be real, are still on pre-order. So let's go ahead and kick it off. First thing, one of my all-time favorites when it comes to the iPhone 16 series, and we're going to take a look at the Mous Limitless 6.0, all right? Not 5.0, 6.0, and everything that it has going on. So if you're a person who wants more of a heavy duty-ish protection, but you don't want to have it too bulky when it comes to a case, that's where the Mous Limitless is going to take the cake, all right? Now, some things that they haven't improved that I wish they would, I feel like sometimes the double mouse logo was a little bit overkill in my opinion, but one thing that I love about them is they have very nice grips. Well, on this side, that was new to the Limitless lineup maybe a year or two ago, where they added these little grips on the side. But now, as you all see, man, we have that new camera control, and I'm very curious when I look through all of these cases how the case companies seem to implement it, because they all are done very different ways, and you'll see each way with some of the cases that I have. But Mous decided to go the route to have the big cutout. So we will see how that does when we get our iPhone 16 Pro Maxes in. I'm trying to see if I'm going to be a fan of this, of the button, of the just the cutout with your side still there. I'm not 100% sure, but this is the way that Mous is going about it. Now, new to the 6.0 series is they did add a little bit of a more protection on the corners. So you see here now, they have a little bit of a swell bump on each corner to give you a little bit more protection, may have upped the protection just a little bit. On the inside, you're going to get a nice felt lining. Of course, you're going to get that MagSafe, as you already see right there. Flipping it over on the bottom, you're going to get your cutouts, which are accurate to the speakers. So that's good to see as well. And on the corners, you're going to get that drop eco, kind of eco material, shock material along the sides of it. So you will be good in the event if you did drop that precious new iPhone 16 Pro Max. I don't want anybody to do out there on the market, all right? So this is going to be the Mous Limitless. As you can see, they have your individual buttons here with a kind of a toggle switch for the volume up and down. Now, last year, they did rattle and do a bunch of weird stuff. This year, I'm not hearing that at all. So hopefully that is something that Mous took into account and made the fixes for, all right? So this is going to be the Mous Limitless line. Always love this case. This case is always one of my favorite out there. iPhone 15 version has some issues on it, so hopefully this 16 version is just going to be a little bit more cleaned up and a little bit more refined. So if you're out there, you're looking for something to have a good bit of protection, definitely go ahead and check out the Mous Limitless 6.0. Another one of my faves right here, that's going to be coming from Spigen, and we're going to be talking about the Ultra Hybrid Frosted. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you guys know this case right here is one of the best bang for your bucks cases that you can get. And I always say out there right now, if you need to get a case that's A1, all right, you can easily use this case as a daily, but if you want a good backup case, it's not going to break the bank, go out there and get you a Spigen Ultra Hybrid Frosted. This is one that I'll be having in strong rotation that I will be using on my 16 Pro Max because it's simple and it gets the job done. You're not going to talk about something that's very bulky, all right? The Ultra Hybrid is going to be a very thin case, kind of a minimal style case with this frosted back. I tend to like frosted back cases a little bit better because it doesn't show as many scratches and things as if you get a clear, straight, shiny, transparent back. That's just something in my opinion. So you're going to get that frosted back. You're going to get that MagSafe. When it comes to the buttons, they are the rubber style buttons, but yes, they are very nice and tactile. I've never had a single issue with Spigen buttons, so that's going to be there. And on the right side, this is going to be another iteration of a case where the camera control button is going to be a little bit different. You're going to get that raised power button with your air slits. You're going to get a little lanyard port right here if you use a lanyard. But Spigen decided to kind of keep the actual frame and just make a cutout to where you can get your finger in here. So that's going to be basically two different ways that we have seen this so far. We've seen the giant cutout and we have seen the cutout, but it still keeps part of the frame. Thin case, this case is always going to run you just a little bit over 20 bucks. I don't know if it's went up for the 16 Pro Max version, but either way, all the links will be down below. The Spigen Ultra Hybrid Frosted is one that I just always love, just keeps things nice and clean. They also have these little feet on the bottom, so when you set it down, you don't have to worry about sitting directly on that frosted back to give any unwanted scratches or anything like that. So if you're looking for a case that you can kind of show off the color of your phone, they make the Ultra Hybrid in so many different colorways that for whatever iPhone you have, you will be able to match it up perfectly. This one, of course, is for someone who probably has that black titanium. That's the best that this case is going to go with. So if you want a very simplistic, good case, strong MagSafe, nice buttons, very slim, that's going to get the job done without breaking the bank, the Spigen Ultra Hybrid Frosted is always going to be one of my top picks. Now, staying right along with Spigen, I had to go ahead and give one that is definitely always my favorite. This case is usually always in my top 10 case video, and that's going to be the Spigen Enzo Aramid. Now, they know they make the Enzo, not that expensive leather case, for $150. All right, we'll get to that eventually. Okay, we got to go ahead and dig in our wallets and get to that bad boy. But this one right here is going to be the Enzo Aramid fiber, and I just love this case from year after year to see all of the small refinements that they tend to do with it. So on the inside, you're going to get that Enzo lining. This is going to be much different from any Spigen case out there that you get. You're only going to see this lining also on the leather version. So you're going to get that right here. You're going to get your Aramid fiber pattern that is on the back. And this year you can really feel the actual leather, the Aramid fiber. Normally it's more of a smooth feeling, but this year the Aramid fiber actually has a little bit of texture to it. So that's definitely something that I love to see. You're going to get your embossed Spigen logo down here, which is flat, so it's not raised up or anything like that, something that we used to see on the first gen. Now, the one thing I love about the Enzo is their diamond cut buttons and camera cutout. So when you look at the buttons, you're going to have your individual buttons for your action button, volume up and down. You're going to have your power button, but this one, like I said, has the cutout version, just like the last Spigen case. So that's kind of what Spigen plans on doing this year with the camera control. Flipping on the bottom, you see you get your cutouts there. But the camera ring, I love it. It's going to be the metallic. It's going to be metal, cold to the touch. And that's the little high quality tidbits that I love about the Enzo Aramid. Now, I feel like this case can go with legit any color iPhone that you get out there. It's going to really shine, especially when it comes to the white, the black. I mean, even if you got natural, I think this looks really good with natural because this frame and everything tends to match with the natural very, very good. So if you're looking for more of a premium case, but this does not have a premium price point, the Spigen Enzo Aramid is always going to be one of my favorites as well. It's just the tight fit of this case, the buttons, and the craftsmanship on how this case looks really good when you pair it with the perfect color iPhone. Now, next up is for everybody who wants to keep things very minimal, very slim, very small. We got to go with a slim case out there. This is something that I've been navigating a little bit more to myself. I want to feel more of the iPhone's feeling, man, and we got to go ahead and talk about the Pitaka MagEZ case. Now, this case is going to be for all of my minimalists out there, someone who does not want a thick case on their phone. You tend to not work in a harsh environment where you may not need that level of protection. That's exactly where the Pitaka is going to come into play. So this one right here is going to be what I think is their, let me look on the packaging. I think it's their Sunset. If I'm not mistaken, they have a few different colorways where you can see this right here, but this is just one of them. Moonrise could be the Moonrise. I have to look at let me look at all right, so yeah, I was big wrong. This one was called Over the Horizon. That's the packaging right here. But we don't really care much about the packaging. Let's go ahead and get into the case. Signature Pitaka case, all right? You're going to get your Pitaka down here. You're going to get that nice, which I think this one is going to be that 600D fiber, so you will be able to feel that fiber texture as you rub your hand across it. You're going to have your metallic camera lens that's going around right here. On the inside, of course, you're going to have your MagSafe, and for the buttons, it's just going to be cut out. So this one, you already know what's coming when it comes to the volume up and down, action button, power button, and the camera control is all going to be one cutout. And just looking at this case, man, the iPhone just has so much going on with all of these cutouts. It's almost hilarious a little bit. Flip it over to the bottom. You're going to have just your opening for your Type-C, as you can see there, and you're going to have your two individual cutouts for the actual speakers. I don't know what just happened there. I had a brain fart. But this is going to be for all my thin case lovers out there. You already know, man, Pitaka is going to be bringing you many different patterns when it comes to their cases. So just because if you may not want this one I feel will look good on any color iPhone that you get, especially when it comes to this blue, the white, the black. You can kind of see where it will all match all of those iPhones. But if you're a thin case lover, man, click on that Pitaka link and also see what other cases that they offer when it comes to thin cases. So go ahead and check this one out, man. This is going to be the Pitaka MagEZ case, always one of my favorite thin cases out there on the market. Next one, this is going to be from a company that a lot of people tend to sleep on. This is going to be my Smartish Gripzilla. Now, if you're a person who just wants to have a heavy duty-ish style case, but you also really want that good grip, strong MagSafe, very nice and tactile buttons, that's what the Smartish Gripzilla comes. I call this case the most underrated case every single year for the iPhone series because there's not many people that talk about this, and Smartish has excellent price points while delivering an excellent case, and they did it yet again when it comes to the Gripzilla. So this one is going to be very minimal, although they do have different patterns when it comes to the thin cases. This one is going to have kind of a matte black, matte back on it. So it's going to be kind of your hard style case right there. And then when you come in looking at the sides, this is going to be a very stiff rubber side that actually has grips molded into the case so it fits while holding your phone perfectly, hence the name Gripzilla. And this is also going to have those reinforced corners giving you that protection, just like I was talking about when I first started the video. It's going to be able to give you that protection, provide a snug fit. Gripzilla always has very strong MagSafe magnets. Once again, that's something that we're going to have to test once we get the phone in, but this is always going to be a good choice for somebody. As they went with the button route, this is going to be like Spigen like when they just have the cutout, which I think I'm going to like a little bit better, and it's beveled in when it comes to the cutout. So no, they just don't put a cutout. The sides are actually beveled so your finger can get more comfortable on that button, but we will check that when we get the phone in. No soft lining on the back, but they do have a very soft rubber lining, so it will be able to still to protect your phone. So this is going to be the Smartish Gripzilla. I love it because the grips on the side always does a good job without being too aggravating. In order if you get a good purchase on your phone and your case, nice protective bumpers, very snug case. If I'm not mistaken, this case has always been very snug. You're going to get all the right cutouts and everything like that, and just a clean black minimal look with protection that's not going to break the bank. So Smartish Gripzilla, definitely go grab this one, man. This is always a sleeper. Supcase. Supcase is going to be another case that we are going to look at that did a little something different, which is the third design that you can see from the camera control button. And this case is going to be the Unicorn Beetle Mag. Now this case here is one that I always love. I like them because they're fun, vibrant colors. So if you're a person that said, T, look, man, all those cases are just boring black and gray and they ain't nothing to them. You know what I mean? I get it. Trust me, I understand. This is going to be the Supcase Unicorn Beetle Mag. And this one right here is going to give you that nice blue colorway, and you're going to get the two-tone thing that's going on with the blue. They do have a few different colors. I think they have a purple. I think they have a green. So you can kind of mix and match it to whatever you want to do. But this is what they decided to do for the actual camera control. They gave us an actual button, something similar to what the Apple is doing with their official cases. I said what the Apple, all right? What Apple is doing with their official cases. So I want to definitely test this out. I would love to see, because I know it's a capacitive button. So I want to see how this works, especially on third-party cases, not Apple, if it works as good. You're going to get your standalone buttons as you see right here. On the back side, you're going to get that shiny, transparent back, but don't worry about it. When you set this case down, the sides seem to be a little bit recessed. So when you set it down, once again, you're not setting it directly on that back, so you can cause any unwanted scratches. You don't have to worry about that. And this case has always been just a solid case, always has a snug fit, not going to break the bank, and you can show off the color of that phone, especially if you have a white iPhone. This, I feel like, would just really pop and look really good when you're talking about showing off the color of that iPhone in particular. So Supcase Unicorn Beetle Mag, very stiff rubber sides. You're going to get that, hard, transparent back. You're going to be able to see that MagSafe design, even though this is kind of a bold design. In my opinion, it gives us something a little bit fun, a little bit vibrant to mess with. So if you're into a clear case, I feel like this is going to be one of the best clear cases on the market. You don't have to worry about any yellowing when it comes to the back of this case, and you're not going to break the bank. Fit is good. MagSafe is decently strong. And they are the ones that have a little bit cleaner approach of actually putting the button down here for the camera control. So we will see what that one's going to look like. But this is going to be the Supcase Unicorn Beetle Mag. Last but not least, man, everybody out there who wants to run the Apple silicone case, I always say, I don't know why you guys like to run that expensive case that's just super mid, but I get it. You know, it fits good and it does all the Apple things when you're talking about your accessories. But this is going to be another alternative if you don't necessarily care about spending all that big money on getting a silicone case. This right here is going to be another option, which also gives you another little feature that the Apple silicone case is not going to give you. All right, let's just be real. This is going to be the ESR silicone case with the kickstand when it comes to the camera lens protector. So what I like about this case, man, you're going to get that nice soft lining on the inside. As you can see right here is with my finger, you can see that nice soft lining. You're going to get your MagSafe. This is going to be a silicone case with very stiff sides, not any flimsy sides when it comes to silicone, because you know you can get some flimsy whimsies out there when it comes to silicone. This year they did something a little bit different by showing the MagSafe imprint on the backside. Last year it was just straight black material. This year they switched it up and you can kind of feel the MagSafe imprint on the back. Not sure how I feel about that, but I don't think it's the deal breaker. On the side, you see they decided to go with the cutout, which isn't as big as some of the others that we've seen. So I'm curious to see how the size of the cutout also, additionally matters to the camera control button. On the bottom, you see you're gonna get your cutouts. And just like I stated, if you're a fan, I am a fan of having anything that's gonna be kickstand related. And the fact that you can put a kickstand in such a simple looking case, some cases do kickstands a little bit too funky, a little bit too rugged looking and heavy duty. But when you can kind of disguise it into the camera lens, I feel like this is going to be the best way to do a camera lens and a stand-ish type of protection. So I love this case, man. This has always been one of my favorites also. Very thick silicone. You see the cutouts down here. You will get a little bit of movement right here. I wish this was tightened up just a little bit when it comes to the Type-C, but it is not terrible. So this is going to be the ESR silicone case with that camera ring stand, so you can use that stand functionality that I feel like everybody just loves to have extra when it's something that's not out of the way. So with all these cases, man, I hope you were able to find a little bit of something to get you started, to get your iPhone protected day one. Every one of these cases should be available in the links down below, and you can go ahead and order yourself up one now so you can have it waiting on that nice, clean iPhone 16 Pro Max so you can keep it protected from day one. But get subbed up, man. If this is your first time watching it, you know we're going to talk about hundreds of cases and accessories when it comes to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Cannot wait. Also, if you ordered an iPhone, let me know what color configuration that you have down below in the comment section, as long as what case will be your first case that you rock with your iPhone 16 Pro Max. So I'm up out of here, man. Get subbed up. iPhone 16 season is upon us.